Hi guys, it's Rike and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Rike and I review a lot of activewear. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you just keep watching. Also, if you're into swimwear reviews, you should keep watching too, because today we do have a swimwear review. Swimwear is also activewear because you're being active in the water, right? And a lot of the materials used are kind of similar and they have similar feels and concerns are similar and whatever, support and whatnot. So yeah, we have a swimwear review today. I teased this one a little bit in my recent H&M video, which I can link up here, where I talked about H&M activewear and just normal summer clothes. I showed you a little red bikini. This one here. And yeah, we're going to talk about H&M swimwear today. So I got a few more swim pieces. The red bikini I had bought in the store, but the rest of the stuff they had in the store didn't interest me too much, especially because I had seen some very interesting bottoms on their website. But they didn't have them in the store. So then I had to go back, after I went to the store to buy some stuff and order the rest online. And I had to wait for it to come. And now we can talk about it. I also talk about it it took forever for it to arrive. It did not, but still. I would have preferred to just buy it in the store, especially because when you buy it in the store and it's not a sale item, you have 30 days to return it, but apparently online is only 14, I don't know. So I have to really get this filmed now to figure out which swimwear I'm going to keep and which swimwear I'm not going to keep. Because the package has been lying around at my place now for a week. So it is time. But yeah, lots of interesting bottoms. Generally for me, H&M was always like, oh, just the basic swimwear. It doesn't flatter my body type. They only have this kind of low on the hip, somewhat medium coverage bottoms, and just, normal tops basically. And yeah, when I checked their website, I was like, what is this? High-waisted, high leg cut? Who are we? What's going on? H&M is making a transformation and I'm here for it. I hope. Let's see. Because we of course have to try the pieces on as well. But you know what? We will just start with the red little red number, little whatever. This one, like I said, I bought in the store. This was on sale in the store, which doesn't necessarily mean it has to be on sale online, whatever. But yeah, so the swimwear, usually I only have bikinis today, so no one pieces. So there's always two pieces to it, but I bought them to match. So I will talk about the pieces 1 and 2, top and bottom, and then we will see it on together. In case you're wondering how things are working today, but this is what we're doing. Yeah, summer's in full swing, so let's try on those bikinis. And let's get started, like I said, with this red number here. So the exact name of the pieces you will find on the screen always. This, by the way, here is made from 80% recycled polyamide in the shell and 88% recycled polyester in the lining. Good to know. But yes, we do have this ribbed triangle bikini top here. A little bit different than your normal triangle bikini top because yes, the parts here, they do move a little bit, but up top we just have a fixed strap. Can be still adjusted. We have some metal hardware here in the back. And then you just have a little band in the back that you can tie. And we do have those little fun, balls, spheres on here. They look like they are... not knitted, but the other thing. I know what it's called. You know what I mean. It's not knitted, it's the other thing. That I always find a little bit easier, but it kind of looks like that. Maybe it's knitted though, I don't know. But yeah, we have those little spheres at the end of this band that you can tie, so that actually the tie is gonna really hang low here. And if you want to sun or tan on your back, these might be a little bit uncomfortable. So just keep that in mind. Then you might have to open it up. But I thought it was just kind of fun. I also don't know what's on the inside of these because they're definitely hard on the inside. It might just be a plastic ball or something. I got this top in a size small, which is my normal top size. We also do have removable cup pads here on the inside. In it. And as we already discussed, there's some recycled material in here. But in general, we do have in the shell 80% polyamide and 20% elastane, and the polyamide is recycled. And then the lining is 88% recycled polyester and 12% elastane. You can wash this at 40 degrees, which is pretty good, but I would always, make sure that you wash red just with red or similar colors. And then the bottoms are also kind of Same, like very, very simple triangle bikini bottoms. These are actually like really fully adjustable that you can make this part smaller and bigger. The part in the back is larger than the part in the front. It doesn't always happen. It's also not much bigger, but you do have a little bit more coverage in the back. And then we do have the side tie here. Again, it's the ripped material. And then on each side, we do have those little spheres. So in total, you'll have 6 spheres. I did get this in my normal bottom size medium. And this one is made from the exact same material. So you do have a matching red lining on the inside as well. It's not lined with white or anything. And yeah, this is definitely going to be a low coverage bottom. I mean, you can already see that, but it's going to be also one where you can definitely wear it high leg or lower on your hips, depending on what you want. I prefer the high leg cut, higher on the hips, because I think that just flatters my body type a lot more. And yeah, let's see it on. All right, first bikini here, a little red number, definitely a little red number. Yes, so we do have our triangle bikini top with a little bit of a different, structure, because we have the up and down straps here that you can adjust, and then the little tie here at the back that you can also adjust. I will say it feels like a little big. I have a little bit of extra space here, so probably an extra small would have done as well. But of course you have a little bit of flexibility. I could tighten this. I could make this a little bit smaller, but yeah, there's a little bit of more space than I expected. I also didn't try this on in the store, otherwise I could have realized that there, but it's fine, like it's not a problem. I don't get a ton of support. It is truly just, very light support. We do have removable cup pads in here, and yeah, honestly, tightening the straps would also probably help, but I've already have it on now, so not gonna do that because, it's a little bit tricky sometimes. But yeah, you have the ribbed texture here, and then just, yeah, ribbed straps here too, and the little spherical objects here, the balls, whatever you want to call them, and the little bow. Looks quite cute and quite fun. Those also dangle, of course, same with the ones here on the bottoms, exactly. They just dangle because it's actually really fun. I think that's really fun. Can you imagine just like walking around the beach and then just, depending on how much you move your hips or something, you just have things dangling. As long as this doesn't come undone, I think it's perfectly fine. But yeah, normal triangle bikini bottom here, so very low cut, very low coverage here in the front as well. Kind of have to adjust a little bit, but there is enough space to cover things. And yeah, it just comes low, but I think that's like super normal for these. And then in the back, of course, super, super cheeky. So no, like very, very low coverage. You could probably get a little bit more, but yeah, the butt is just my butt at least is just gonna eat that all. So this is just how it's gonna be, very low coverage. But yeah, kind of fun bikini, a little bit of a twist on the normal triangle bikini, and honestly not bad. Obviously you could wear this a little bit lower on your hips if you wanted to, but I think it's just more flattering. Up there, accentuates the waist a little bit, just lets the curve curve. Lets the curves curve this way around, exactly. But yes, not bad, not a bad start. I also did get this one on sale, so not a lot of money for this either. Would I have paid full price? I don't know. I think I definitely have paid full price for something similar before. That was probably slightly more expensive if I think about the Buff Bunny triangular bikinis, like the tops and bottoms. Like, I feel like it's not bad. And I would say this was a steal on the sale, yeah. But of course, low coverage option, but I would say it stays put, it has the fun spherical things here, the fun spheres, which is like kind of like a little bit of a unique thing. And it does flatter the curves. Who would have thought? Let's move on. Okay, kind of difficult to decide what to continue with, but I just picked the thing that was on top. And this is gonna be a little like a green number. I actually wanted to get a different color, but the bottoms weren't available in my size in other colors except for white. And I'm sorry, but with white swimwear, I'm completely out because I'm so pale. It's just not gonna be good. So yeah, I didn't want that. So we got green here, and I feel like you can kind of mix and match, of course, different bottoms and different tops if you wanted, but these were kind of intended to be together. And yeah, you can already see the bottoms are kind of interesting. But we will talk about the top at first. I think the top is super boring. I meant to get a different one, but like I said, this is was kind of meant to go with it. It has a slight sheen to it, but otherwise I find it quite boring. Simple up and down straps that are adjustable, at least, that's nice. Removable cup pads, slight scoop neckline, and then it's not adjustable in the back. It's literally just like the simplest thing you could think of. Price-wise, let's see. Oh, because it was online, I don't see it right now. I mean, the H&M swimwear is usually not that bad price-wise, but yeah, it's just like so boring. Material-wise, same thing as we had on the red, although now we don't have the ribbed, but really just the shiny, sleek material. And yeah, my normal size small. And then the bottoms, like I said, that's kind of the reason why I got this, are very, very interesting. So we do have some ruching, as you can see, on the side here, which is stretchy, so there's a little bit of elasticity there. And then we also do have some ruching here in the back, a little bit high for a booty scrunch, if you ask me. This one is also elastic, so I kind of don't know how this is gonna look, but clearly you do have some extra fabric going around here to cover the tummy area a little bit, so if you're a little bit insecure with that, this might be great for you. And they also definitely look like they are a high leg cut, high-waisted. So I am not used to seeing this type of swimwear from H&M. I was very surprised to see this. And yes, I wanted it in a different color, but I think this is fine. And a little curious is what I am, especially like I said about this ruching here in the back. I don't know how this is supposed to look. It describes these as being cheeky, so swimwear briefs cheeky. And yeah, normal size medium, same material as before. And I don't know, I would say, let's just see these on. I am really, really, curious to see how they look. Okay, second bikini, definitely a lot more covering than the first one. We do have that very, very boring top. I really don't have much else to say about it. Like, it's just so boring. Like, they couldn't do anything else with it. Like, slightly scooped neckline, band under the chest, removable cup pads, up and down straps that are adjustable. And that is kind of it. It's just so boring. Give me something else, like, so boring. Support-wise, still just a light support. And yeah, if I should have tightened the straps a little bit, then I would have gotten a little bit more support. Not really, maybe a tad, but like also just a little bit of a lift. But anyway, it's so boring. I feel like you can do something with it, but like, so boring. Let's move on to the bottom, because that's, the more interesting part here. I thought there would be a little bit more high leg cut, but they are definitely high leg cut. This top seam felt a little tight while I was trying to get it on, but it was fine, and now it sits just nice and snug. So I don't feel like they're going to slide down or anything. And then of course you have a little bit of cutting in here in the hip area if you do have some fat there. If you do carry some fat there, it just happens, that's just normal. And then the ruching is not as much as I thought it was going to be, so it kind of looks a little odd because it's just a little bit of extra fabric, but not a ton. So I don't know, are you supposed to wear it like this? Is it just supposed to be all up top? I really don't know. They're nicely high-waisted. As you can see, my belly button is there, so fully covered here. And you also have good coverage here in the front in general. The whole bikini area is very well covered. And then in the back, I would also say for me, this is definitely medium coverage, but it's definitely a little bit cheeky, right? It's not full coverage. Half the cheek is still out, maybe a little bit more than half the cheek, but And then we have this weird ruching here in the back. I really don't know. It's so high up, like it can't be intended as a booty scrunch because it's like, it's a lower back scrunch if anything. And you also do have the scrunch here on the side. This one I don't find so weird. That's just like, okay, that's there, yeah, good. But like the one in the back here is just, what are we trying to do? I don't know, but I do like that it comes up nice and high in the back as well. So that is pretty good. And it stays put. We do have the seams here on the side as well. I don't find them too harsh or anything, but yeah, it feels like it's going to stay put like this. And yeah, the bottoms are okay. They're definitely better than a lot of other H&M bottoms. The top is just so boring, like honestly, so boring. Let's move on. Okay, we're moving on to a little bit of a less covering option again. We do have this interesting like beige yellow print. Again, I wanted a different print, but it was sold out in my size. So top here, this is Just, yeah, triangle bikini top, but with a different twist. Still different than the one we saw in the very beginning, than the red one. This is also more of a sleek material, but yeah, it has this interesting beige, yellow, white print on here. Material-wise, this is also slightly different. So we do have 85% recycled polyester in the shell and 15% elastane, but then the lining is the same at 88% recycled polyester and 12% elastane. We do have these, triangle parts here. They're actually quite big, I think. This is a size small. They're definitely going to cover everything. And then we do have these thicker straps here, up and down still, thicker straps. And then at the back here, you can see that they're actually also adjustable, but only like in this area, basically. So not where it's thicker, but we have this smaller part here that is adjustable. And again, in the back, you can just tie things together here. So you do have adjustability at all parts here with the straps and the back strap too, which is good to see. And yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this print because I'm so pale. I'm not sure if that works, but I really wanted to try the bottoms. Look at these bottoms. I've always been kind of curious about these style bottoms. I know they look very similar to the triangle bikini bottoms, but they're not, right? Because we do have like this fixed strap on the side. It is also a little bit thicker. It's a little bit like kind of, folded and everything. And again, this part, you could still adjust a little bit. You could still get a little bit more coverage if you unscrunch this a little bit. So again, we have a wider part here in the back, so a little bit more coverage, but still very, very, very cheeky, very low coverage for sure. Just curious how they describe it. They just say it's a Tanga cheeky. It is lined with white, or like a lighter fabric here, but it is lined. It's not a single layer, and material-wise the same as the top. But yeah, I don't know, I was just so curious. And again, I feel like this is going to be very flexible in how you wear it, high on the hips, lower on the hips if you wanted to. But I've never tried bottoms like this. I've tried the normal, like on the sides, stringy bits, triangle bikini bottoms, but I've never tried these bottoms. But let's see this on. Okay, on to another very, very low coverage number. I think the top is actually fine, to be fair. The top is fine. Again, it feels like there's a little bit of extra space in the cup area here, so I could have definitely done with an extra small. But I do like the thicker straps here in the front. I do like how it looks. It's, normal triangle from the front, and then in the back, just up and down straps that you can adjust. And the little band here. I also think the color is not so bad on me, but definitely not my favorite. But yes, here we go. Beige, yellow, and white. And then the bottoms, honestly, I do like the side part because I think it actually feels super, super soft, but I wish they would come up a little bit higher because this is very, very low. As you can see, and yes, you can adjust this again a little bit so you have a little bit wider bikini area coverage here, but like you can't pull it up higher. I'm now wearing my nude underwear underneath because since I haven't bought these yet, I always feel a little uncomfortable trying things on that I haven't, without underwear that I haven't washed or at least haven't taken out the hygiene thing, right? And I don't know if I want to keep it or not. So like, you might be able to see a little bit of the nude underwear there, for example. But yeah, it's just kind of very, very low. It comes up very, very low. So I do wish it was just a little bit higher. But otherwise, like I said, the side parts here, super, super comfy actually. I do think they're nice. And then in the back, of course, very, very low coverage, but it comes up a little bit higher here. So this is fine for me. But otherwise, of course, very, very low coverage. Yeah. But honestly, not bad. Just wish it came up a little bit higher. But the side part is really nice. It's super soft. I didn't expect this. I was kind of, wondering if this would be super tight or something because you can't adjust it, but it's actually super soft. But yeah, let's move on. Okay, last but not least, we do have maybe the bottoms that I was most excited for. Unfortunately, I could only get them in leopard print. And I am not a leopard print person. I know it's coming back, but not necessarily my favorite print. Especially when it's like actual colored, like the actual color of the leopard print, But anyway, you'll have to wait for the bottoms a little bit longer, but we do have them. So top-wise, I did get just a really, really basic triangle bikini top. You can actually see this one is really basic triangle bikini top. So it does have a little bit less structure than the others that we saw that were more triangle bikini-esque. But honestly, I still think this is more interesting than that green top. That was just so boring. But yeah, we have a string at the top to tie. I'm just gonna tie that really quick here. And then a string here and in the back as well. No, nothing dangling from it, all easy peasy, normal. Material, again, slightly different. In the shell this time has 84% polyester and 16% elastane, but the lining is still the same. And this is also recycled polyester, of course. This sizing here was not small, medium, large or anything. To be fair, I also didn't check what it was for the others. But you'll have found the information on the screen, but I think it was mainly small. But here we did have the numbered sizing. So for US and Canada, it would be like a size 6, for example. For the European sizing, this is a 38. So this is kind of comparable to the small, to my normal size. But yeah, simple triangle bikini bottoms, double lined. We do have removable cup pads in here as well. And you can, of course, they're quite big. So I don't know if you could make this part smaller necessarily without taking out the cup pads. But you can adjust these parts as per usual with a triangle bikini top. And it is a leopard print. It is lined with this beige color. That's kind of like the base of this. And that's that. But these bottoms, I was like, what are they doing? Like, not in a negative way, in a positive way. And I hope when I try them on, I still think it's in a positive way. But look at these. Like, they look highlight cut. They have this V in the front and in the back. And just looks really fun and interesting. And like, it's still gonna cover your lower tummy area. It's gonna sit nicely high-waisted. Like, what is going on with H&M? Never seen anything like this from them. The material is slightly different. Again, back to 85% recycled polyester and 15% elastane in the shell. This is described as briefs high-rise. So it doesn't talk about them being cheeky, but they are cheeky. For me, at least they will be. Like, it's not the worst coverage, but it's definitely not like a full coverage. But yeah, look at this. And it's super interesting. You do have like a seam here and also here in the back. It's like they kind of, put these things together like that. And when I saw these, I was like, I need to try those. They're again still double lined. We have this beige color on the inside. It doesn't feel like the thickest fabric on these, which is interesting. But yeah, I was super excited to try these. And these are coming in small, medium, large sizing again. So it's just the top here that was different. And this is the normal lettered sizing. And I mean normal, it depends on which brand you shop from or which pieces you're buying, right? Because with H&M, they also do have a lot of the the numbered sizing. Exactly, they have both. But yeah, I don't know. I was just super excited to see this style of bottoms. And it's just a little unfortunate it's leopard print. But let's see it on. All right, it's wild now because leopard print all over. I usually really do not wear leopard print in this color, at least. I definitely do have it in like black and just red and purple or something, but like never something that is actually like proper leopard colored. Here we go though. So top, very, very basic triangle bikini top. This actually fits the best out of all the triangle bikini tops that we've seen. I don't feel like there's extra space in the cups here. Like they're covering me perfectly. Yes, I need to tighten this a little bit, but always so difficult behind your back. So actually, best fitting triangle bikini top. The very simple one, which just straps up here and, remove the cup pads and the straps in the back there. Super, super easy, but it is a classic for a reason, I guess. And yeah, there's not really much else to say about this. Feels good, removable cup pads. And support-wise, I mean, just as per usual, light support. But of course, the bottoms are the highlight of this. So I feel like it would be nice if they were a tad more high, But actually, like, it's definitely like, I think some of the most flattering bottoms I've ever seen from H&M. And to me, it's crazy that they're doing something like this anyway. Would I have preferred maybe like straight here and then the triangle in the back, maybe? Because I feel like the triangle back in the back, you don't see it so much that it is a triangle. But it is. There's just like a little bit less gathering up top, basically, as compared to like if you have a straight seam there, but like it looks good in the back. In the front, of course, the only, like the disadvantage of this is it kind of cuts across the lower tummy here. But honestly, it's really not that unflattering. I'm also always complaining about my lower tummy. And then I look at the footage and I'm like, what the f are you complaining about? Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. But this is against me, right? This is like, I'm just sometimes a little harsh with myself. But yeah, so if you have a little bit of lower tummy, this might be cutting in a little bit here. But otherwise, like, I feel like it's so flattering. Like from the side, it looks really flattering because it's a nice high leg cut here. And then it's just like this triangular, you know, shape. Like you have a crisscross waist leggings, but now you have it in the bottoms. And of course, with a legging, usually I would like my belly button covered. But with the bikini bottoms, I think this is perfectly fine. You have great coverage for the bikini area here. Yeah, it's wide, not super tight up top. Yes, of course, a little bit of cutting in here on the hip part, but that's just very, very normal. And it's not like bothersome or anything. Like I don't feel that. And then cheeky coverage, of course, in the back, as per usual. But honestly, I don't mind that at all. But yeah, positively surprised. I'm so sad though that this isn't leopard print because this is really not my thing. Maybe it needs to become my thing. Because I wanted this, they had like 1 or 2 really nice colors and I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting it in this color, I'm gonna keep it. And then it's like, not available in your size, not available in your size. And I'm just like, whew, you know, then what's available? White or leopard print? Okay, well, this is how we ended up in this situation, you know? Maybe I need to check back. Maybe they have more colors now. Because these are actually pretty good. Like, look at it. And of course, if you're a person who likes to wear it low on their hips, you can. Look at this. You can do it. I don't recommend it, but you can do it, right? So, nice and high, accentuates the waist, the hips, all the curves. Looks flattering. I mean, look at it. Why is it leopard print? Why? But yeah, let me know what you think. Maybe you think leopard print looks good on me. I don't know. But definitely, I'm so surprised to see H&M do these types of bottoms. I feel like I didn't see them last year. I was checking. But yeah, positively surprised. You go, people. Do more of this, please. And let's move on. All right, it's conclusion time. This is our little pile of swimwear here. I feel like a lot of the like earthy tones. So color-wise, for sure, the red is my favorite. Bottom-wise, I am not so sure. I still think these are super interesting. Like maybe some tweaks that would be perfect. Like I also think this is kind of interesting, but definitely not my favorite for like an everyday swim look. And yeah, I'm not sure. This one definitely still boring. Not sure about the ruching in the back here, honestly. Like I feel like on the side it was fine, but in the back I'm not so certain about that. And of course, this low coverage, but always works, right? And I like the little spheres balls on the side here. I think they're fun. I like a ribbed textured swimwear piece, but like this is a little bit harsher. I don't know, it just feels a little bit harder. Usually the ribbed stuff is super, super soft. And I feel like they could tweak that a little bit more and make it a little bit better. But I love to see that there is such a big variety now of swim bottoms, that we get a high leg cut, that we get a high waist and everything. I think that is great. Do let me know which swim piece was your favorite, or which swim outfit, which bikini, which bottoms. And yeah, I will definitely keep an eye out for more H&M stuff, because they seem to be, you know, bringing more things that are actually flattering. Like I still have those nightmares from being like a teenager and just being in those changing rooms, needing to buy a bikini, and the lighting is just like, oh my God, oh. Like I was not feeling great. Yes. Anyway, let me know which bikini was your favorite, and if you've shopped from H&M Swim recently. Yeah. Again, I'm sad I only got these like in leopard print, because I still like the bottoms. Like not my absolute favorite, but like definitely did a good job. And yeah, just not a leopard. It's not for me. I don't know. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, you can also subscribe to the channel. There's more swim reviews coming because summer is still in full swing. And I am just waiting for my PopFlex order to come in. Exciting times. My PopFlex swim order, I should specify. Because I'm very certain, I mean, I still don't have it right now as of today when I'm filming this, and I'm very certain I'm going to post this before the Pop Flicks is actually coming. Although I got to pay import fees for it today, so should be arriving soon. Anyway, if you have any feedback, any suggestions, anything, drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I've been a little slow with responding to comments recently. It's just because there's a lot happening in life. And YouTube is not like my top priority, right? So I hope you understand. But I'm trying to get back to everyone, step by step. Yes, I read your comments and I will respond to them as soon as I can. And please have patience with me. Yes. Otherwise, yes, you can follow me on Instagram, see some of the activewear pieces in action, not really the swimwear. You can also DM me there, but I'm more likely to see your comments here on YouTube. So if there's ever anything you want me to see, drop a comment down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know we've had a lot of H&M recently, but you know, that's how it is. And yeah, I am excited to do more swim and excited for summer still continuing. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.